Hello and welcome to the most embarrassing video I've ever made. What you are about to see is so objectionable that it's entirely possible you'll have lost all respect for me by the end of it. So, let's get this over with and just start at the beginning. Okay, we're starting off with an easy one here. This is the baby pic, and yeah, I was a very fat baby. I had multiple chins and everything. My parents actually had to clean the crud out from the folds in my fat. Kind of funny considering I turned out to be a super skinny teenager, but we'll get to that. But I gotta say, that is a pretty snazzy shirt I'm wearing. I wouldn't mind wearing something like that right now. But here, let me see if I can recreate this pose. Moving forward, we have a family portrait from when I was about 5 or 6. Again, this is a bit of a softball for me, nothing too embarrassing here, but I gotta ease into this because this next one is really objectionable. Yeah, this is a regrettable picture. Mistakes were made. I texted this picture to my family and my sister said I looked like a lesbian, which was a tad unnecessary, I felt. But allow me to speak in my defense for just a moment. This is the bowl cut, and look, everyone had the bowl cut at some point. It's not like I was doing something radically different than all the other kids. I was a mindless sheep following the pack like most middle school students. But even so, this is an especially bad bowl cut. It's all crooked and just generally not well done. Whoever cut my hair should be arrested. We now fast forward a few years to age 17. This is my high school graduation picture and my first passport photo. I was crazy skinny here. I was 6'5" and like 165 pounds soaking wet, which is not a great look, but at least the bowl cut's gone, so we're trending in the right direction. All right, this is my old New Jersey license from when I graduated college. Look at that, bright-eyed and bushy-tailed, ready to take on the world. No idea that adulthood was just waiting to crush his spirit. This is also the brief period when I had a buzz cut. My friend Susie, pictured here dressed as Axl Rose, still gives me a hard time about that. A couple years later, this is my first California license. And while this is certainly not a good picture, I kind of have an excuse. I got this picture taken the same day that I moved, so I was very bedraggled. Moving and going to the DMV. Why I felt compelled to do two of the worst chores that exist in modern life on the same day, I don't know, but this is the result. 5 years later, this is my second California license, and I think we have one rivaling my old middle school picture. What can I say? I was in a transitional period with my hair. Very awkward. See, most people have one awkward phase when they're teenagers, but I've had several. It's like a chronic illness. It flares up every couple of years. I also sent this to my family, and my other sister said that I had Bieber fever, which again, I felt was a tad unnecessary. Very cutting remarks from both my sisters. They would do very well in the YouTube comments section. And finally, we arrive at my most recent license photo, which I got just before quarantine started, hence no quarantine beard. And thankfully, the hair seems to have stabilized, but we've added in a double chin just for good measure. Anyway, that's the last idea I have, but before we say goodbye, let's use that aging app that was big a few months ago to see what the future holds. Well, guess I'm not done taking objectionable photos.